I'm so excited to be back for season two. This is what a season it is. Oh my goodness. Um, Listen, we got a lot of answers, but we have so many more questions. I'm going to throw this out to the three of you. How did you build on these characters this season and more so your relationships?
Oh my gosh, shall I jump in?
You jump in.
I mean, in terms of building on Sophie slash Tess this season, I mean, there was so much to draw on. I think bringing the show to London has been a massive thing. And, being able to expand the world. I think this season, Sophie is on a mission. I think the pace is much faster this season. And I think Sophie's really got a lot more autonomy. She's on a mission to find out about her mother, find out about this mysterious privileged family, the Huntleys. And there's really just, a much bigger world for her to explore. And in terms of the relationships, I think obviously Sophie's, probably the biggest relationship she's in weirdly is with herself and her identity and unraveling her past. But then aside from that, I would say with James and then with Eliza, you've got one relationship that's a marriage and, a sort of fractured, separated marriage. And that is, there's a lot of betrayal and hurt there, and them, sort of in this cat and mouse game, sort of trying to figure out if they can ever trust each other again. And then with Eliza, and I'll let you speak to this, but, Eliza is somebody who's been a fragment in her subconscious as a memory that is not fully formed. So coming to London to actually see if she can rebuild some kind of relationship with Eliza, but also get information from her at the same time and uncover secrets is an interesting new relationship that we find in season two.
Yeah, and I think that they find each other in a place of sort of total mistrust, but are needing answers from each other. They've got this huge history behind them that Sophie's trying to piece together, but also that Eliza's trying to piece together, where this person was so prominent in her life and such a huge love for her in so many different ways that then disappeared into nowhere. And so we go on this discovery of them trying to piece it together with each other, whilst also being like, I don't trust you. What are you doing here? And so that was really cool. And also because we only saw such short snippets of my character in season one, I loved that in season two it was kind of like a total getting to grips with this person that I'd had like snippets of information, but being able to, even down to things with costume and hair and makeup, where you're becoming this person, you're finding the character, and things like that, which like is such a huge part of it as well, where you're finding the person. And I think that she, in my mind, stands for she bridges the gap between like old aristocracy and what that is, and like some of the darkness within that, and then also a new kind of London. She's wanting to break out of that mold as well. So it was finding her and how multifaceted Veronica West creates all her characters to be. We've said lots. It's like that you never know which direction any character is going to go on. You kind of think you're safe with one, and then you're like, oh, okay, I was wrong.
I can't trust you anymore.
Oliver?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I've actually forgotten the question. Do you mind? I'm so sorry.
Expanding how you get to expand on your character this season and your relationships.
Well, I mean, I think that James, with everything that sort of happened in season one, he's sort of jumping off a cliff in season two, very much as is dealing with his own sort of personal heartbreak and is really on a mission to kind of for revenge. And so he comes in with this real fire and rage, and manages to eventually track Sophie down and wants answers. and is not willing to kind of just roll over and take it anymore. And I think he comes back with this real sense of wanting to explode her world. Everything she's trying and working so hard to, find, he comes in with such an agenda. And does that change? Maybe. And does it kind of go? And I think this is like we've said this quite a lot today, that Veronica writes these characters that are, that you can never quite pinpoint exactly what they're up to, and whether or not everything is ever innocent or it's never quite black and white. And so I think that's what's so interesting with James, is that it feels like a real departure from him being this doting, somewhat lying husband whose main thing is to actually keep Sophie trapped in that house, and she's escaped. And what does that kind of do to someone?
You three are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I wish I could chat all day about this.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.